Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Carla. If you are new here, welcome. If you like videos about weight loss, life after weight loss, babies, makeup, fashion, please consider giving me a subscribe and turn on the notifications so you never miss a video from me. Today, I'm going to be chatting to you about my favorite apps that I used during weight loss. If you're one of the new people here, you might not know that I previously lost 183 pounds between January 2020 and April 2021. I then had a baby, and I'm currently on my second part of a journey, my postpartum journey, which is to improve my mental health after a battle with postnatal depression, and also to lose the 40 pounds that I put on during my pregnancy. I only have 16 pounds left to lose, so not too shabby. But during both parts of my journey, both my original journey and this one, I used a number of apps that helped me to lose weight and just made things easier for me. So I thought I would chat through them with you today. So I'm going to jump right into the very first app, which is MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal has been with me for years. I have used it probably, I think maybe even for about 7 years. Maybe about 7 years, even longer, I've used MyFitnessPal. And if you don't know, what it is a methodology of tracking your calorie intake. You can track your exercise, you can track your weight loss as well. I think there's a couple of other things that you can use on it, but they're the main ones that I used for it, is for tracking what I eat in a day. I track my weight loss. Actually, they're the only things that I use it for. I have the standard free version of MyFitnessPal. I have had the more expensive one, the premier one that I got gifted, or like everybody got a free one during COVID, during the first couple of months of lockdown. Personally, I wouldn't really bother paying for it again. I didn't find it that much better than the regular free version for my usage anyway. But what you get every day is you have, when you open up the app, then you have your calorie total, what calories you've eaten from the food, calories you've burned through exercise, and what's left over. A big thing that I would say is that I do not take any notice of the calories burned. I just use it as kind of like oh, that's nice bit of information. Typically, the calories burned are grossly overestimated, and I never re-eat the calories that I've burned through exercise. I always just count them as extras, and I stick within my calorie deficit. If you're new here and you've never heard me say it before, I do not discuss my calorie intake because every single person is different, and I would never want somebody to think that what I do is what they have to do. So, and for a number of other reasons, I don't discuss my calorie limit. So I hope you guys will appreciate that and respect that. But for me, I always track as I eat, or log it as I gob it. So I track, as I'm eating something, I will input it into MyFitnessPal. I also use it as well for recipes. So I might import a recipe into MyFitnessPal. You can actually use a great function in it where you basically just copy the URL link from one of your favorite food bloggers, and it'll put in the majority of the details in then, and you can put the portions, amounts, and then log that into your diary. Then it's basically like it's a food diary. And then that's also where I track my weigh-ins, and you can see you get a nice little graph that shows you either going up or going down. I can never remember which way the camera is going to be. So so you get a nice little graph as well to show your progress, which is fantastic. And one thing that I love about using with MyFitnessPal is that with your food diary, it starts to kind of get to know you. So it uses artificial intelligence to get to know what you're eating. And say, for example, one of my favorite desserts is Alpro Greek yogurt with 75 grams of raspberries and some chicory root syrup, 3 grams of that on top of it. So MyFitnessPal, if I put in Greek yogurt, it'll know the Greek yogurt, it'll know that was the last portion that I had, which is 100 grams, and then it'll suggest the foods that are commonly eaten with that. So that is MyFitnessPal. I've talked 7 minutes about MyFitnessPal, my God. The next app that I love using and is the next app that I love to use is tied in with MyFitnessPal, and that is my Fitbit app. And the reason it's tied in is because the next app that I love to use is MyFitnessPal, and this really helped me in terms of my exercise levels when I was losing weight. The only exercise that I did during my entire weight loss was walking. I did 1 hour walk every single day, and I used my Fitbit. I had the Versa 2, and now I have the Sense. I much prefer the Versa. I'm not a huge fan of the Sense. It's not worth the extra money for me. I much preferred the Versa. I just found it easier to use. But anyway, I have this now, I have the Sense. So I use this every day when I'm going out for my walk. I will input my exercise and then it'll be recorded in my Fitbit app. It'll also record my number of steps for the day and give me an idea of how many calories I've burnt. But what I love to use my Fitbit app for is to see my cardiovascular progression. I have been overweight my whole life. I always hated exercise, specifically anything to do with cardio. So seeing my cardiovascular progression and I am very data driven and I like numbers. I like to see increases, decreases, changes in variables and numbers. And with my Fitbit app, I can really see those, like the cardiovascular fitness. I am now like gone from bad to like good, average to good for my age group, for my fitness level, which is phenomenal. I'm delighted with that. I actually got to very good pre-pregnancy. I'm creeping back up there again. So to me, it's not just about the scales, not about the weight. It's nice to see the other progressions and how I'm improving my body through my journey. You can also see your sleep. Sleep is so important in daily life. It's also really super important for weight loss. It's really underestimated, the benefits of sleep for weight loss, not only in the physiological, but when you are better rested, you are better able to make good choices and not be reaching for things to make you, give you more quick hits of energy. Hello, sugar. Hello, caffeine. I am the mother of a newborn. Caffeine is my life. But anyway, I digress. So that's my Fitbit app, and that's the one that I used. It's just the Fitbit app. It's not my Fitbit app. It's just the app that I used that I really enjoyed, and that's because I have a Fitbit. If you do not have a Fitbit, you don't have to go out and buy one to lose weight. The health app on iPhone is actually really, really good. I used that before I got a Fitbit one on the start of my weight loss journey. If you have like a Garmin or a Samsung or an Apple Watch, like that works as well. But I just chose to go with the Fitbit because of money and the battery life. That's why I chose Fitbit, and therefore that is the Fitbit app that I use. My final app that really helped me with weight loss is only 3. I tried to make this a quick video. It's already 10.5 minutes long. So, there we go. She rambles too much and she's still doing it right now. Is HappyScale. And HappyScale is an app that is designed to break down your goal into smaller bite-sized chunks. If you have, like me at the start, a considerable amount of weight to lose, it can be very daunting to see your weight as this massive mountain to climb. And what HappyScale does, it breaks it down into increments. So might be £5. I think you can pick the increments. For me, it was into £5 increments. So I could see how much weight I had to lose to get to the next goal. And that just made life so brilliant, to be honest with you. It made it's like, okay, you would look at, they would give you a graph to the next goal. So like a little kind of like pie charty bar thing. It would be like, okay, you have your 50% of your way to your next goal. So it means you lost 2.5 pounds. You are like 90% of your way to your goal. And then then you'd reach that goal and it would start over again. So you'd have the next goal. It would also show you how, like, your trends, how much you were losing on average per week, how much you lost in total, and how much left to lose to reach to your goal. And I just like that kind of data. That's something that is not available in my FitnessPal or in the Fitbit app. I don't think they're kind of, they can intertwine. HappyScale is just completely out on its own, but I really liked it. I really like the this breaking it down to small increments. If you haven't seen my different ways to measure your weight loss besides the scales video, I'll leave it linked up here, but that kind of talks about it, like breaking it down into small and more manageable goals. Guys, that is the end of today's video. It's the 3 apps that I really enjoyed using to help me to lose 183 pounds and 40 pounds again: MyFitnessPal, the Fitbit app, and Happy Scale. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know if there's any apps that you really enjoy and leave them down in the comments down below. Leave me a black heart. If you guys have been around here for a while, leave me a black heart down below as well. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, let people know about me here. It really helps out my channel and helps to build this community every single time you guys interact with it. So I will love you and leave you and talk to you soon. Bye.